Let's analyze together the source volume of Faraday future in energy electric.
Let's see what's going on. First of all, remember to read the disclaimer right here and also in the description below. We have a very special setup in the chart right here. We have on the left side FFIE short sale volume with the numbers of shares, being sold right now, almost 22 million. You can see the maximum one right there, more than 500 million according to this data. Wow, it was more than 90%, something like that. Completely crazy.
Whew.
And on the right, you can see the FFIE price action chart. We are in the daily time frame. Very interesting. We will talk also about the technical side. And remember to subscribe. Thank you very much, because this is Trading HD, some of the best trading videos in this platform, in our opinion, and maybe in yours also. Welcome. Remember to subscribe, leave your comments below, and let's get started.
Are you bullish or, bearish on this stock? Because right now it's absolutely nuts what's happening. We're talking about, like, it's down. Let's see, right now the price from 3.86, it's a minus 87%. Wow, that's nothing, in comparison to what happened actually before. Because we are talking about more than 9,000% of performance. At this particular point, the short selling bonus, I think, is very, very interesting, because when it was trading, when they were selling actually 500 million, and the stock was in 0.04, and right now we have only 21 million shares being sold, and the price at 0.52. So the risk here is if this number increases, because it will put a lot of pressure into those who are trying to hold the stock, and that will mean the stock going down.
Yeah, this is something interesting to notice, as you mentioned. Let's see the moment of in the 10th of May, what was happening, because that was more or less the moment when this craziness started with that 9,000% to the upside. And in the short sale volume chart, let me draw a vertical line right there so we can see what the price was doing, what was the amount of short sales of shares being sold. So we have right there the movement that started to go up in the price action, and also the number of shares being sold was increasing, at the same pace. We could see this very vertical line reaching that maximum amount of 534 million according to this data. And from there, the price started to drop, and consequently the number of shares being sold. So this is very interesting data that we have right there. You can see that correlation in those charts. So what do you think about it, guys? Let us know in the comments below. Did you know about this data? And how do you think we could see this will affect the future, if it does? Or how did it affect the market in the past? Because we have the data right there.
Yeah, it's all about fear right now, and risk reward. At this particular point, look at that. If you are a bearish trader in this particular stock, you don't feel very confident enough, even though the stock is going down. Look at that. The numbers are talking by themselves. We are talking about 21 millions being sold, 21 million of shares being sold at this particular point, and it's still, but it's by far, very, very far away from the last level seen. 500 million shares being sold. So obviously, if we see this number increasing and the stock going down, you see that there's a very risky position in that particular moment. But we are not there yet. That's the good thing for those who are holding the stock. If this number is still lower, if we are talking about the stock, the number of shares being sold around 21 million for the coming weeks, that would mean like the stock not having too much bearish pressure.
Yeah, what do you think about this short sale volume indicator? This number of shares being sold right now is more or less between 5 and 10%. I think it was more than 90% when it reached that high. So what do you think, guys? Leave the comments below about this strategy or this kind of correlation. How do you see it, and how do you think it will go during this month of June, that I think will be very interesting from the technical side also? Let's go to the 1 hour time frame to see with more detail what is going on and what has been happening on FFIE, because we have very interesting data right here. When the price broke the 10th of June, this level, this kind of support line that was holding the line, we could see right there, the price broke out of it. Very clear breakout. The price did one retest right there, a second retest right here, the 11th of June at 11 o'clock more or less in New York time, and from there the price continued dropping to current prices. So what do you think about it? Do you think the price will continue dropping, continuing maybe this triangle pattern that we have right here, and reaching a higher distance to the lower part? Or do you think this was kind of a false breakout and bulls are entering right here or maybe a little bit lower. We don't know the exact price, but what do you think? Up or down from here? Let us know in the comments below that prediction.
Yeah, that breakout for me is something worrisome, because if you take consideration technical analysis, that pattern, this ascending triangle, and with that breakout, you have to think about patterns, and that pattern would mean like the stock. Let's see, we're talking about the minus. Well, it would mean something like this. Okay, it would mean like the stock going to 0.30 at least. So
Yeah, that would be insane, but that could happen. Also, the opposite is true. It could also go higher. The patterns don't always work. If
yeah,
they
and
did,
there's some support levels right here. Let me draw it right here. And yeah, there's
yeah,
one right now at this area, 0.49.
yeah, exactly. We have other technical aspect, to take into account. But from that pattern, the bearish pressure was there. Obviously, they started to sell. Those retests were almost perfect, and from there the price started to drop. Maybe right now the price is bouncing at this level of 0.48 more or less, this support area. So what do you think, guys? Do you think we will see the breakout of this level, or do you think this will be strong enough to hold the price and reverse that previous pattern if it was valid for you? So also from the technical side, let's go, in the 1 hour chart, but let's zoom out a little bit. And we can see a very interesting moment that I wanted to comment, because in the previous video we were mentioning it, and it was this exact moment when this breakout happened right here, because this upper resistance level was very interesting. We were talking about it, and the price broke out of it, but you can see like the candles weren't strong enough. You had like two inverted hammers right there. Even that the candles were green, the pattern was a little bit bearish, and you can see like the rejection was clear with this red candle. The price entered again into the bearish territory. Another breakout right here, but kind of false breakout. You can see again very bearish pressure with those red candles right there. Another breakout, but it wasn't strong enough, so the price started to go lower from this point. But it is interesting to see that they tried multiple times. They were resisting that area, and from this level they went higher. So maybe this level acts again as that support area. There is interest right there, obviously, but we have to wait and see. So what do you think about this level? I think it's a key moment to see if the price goes higher to $1 area, or reaches again that lower levels.
Look at the volume profile right here. The volume control is at 0.60, a little bit above the current level. That would mean that according to this pattern, according to trading volume in the past, in the price action, the stock should go up a little bit. And that's the thing, I see some people buying the stock at 0.48 for now, and obviously definitely at 0.35. So still, it's not a bearish environment in this particular stock, but you have to wait for these levels. If we see a breakout of obviously below 0.35, wow, that would be something very dangerous for those who are trying to buy the stock.
Yeah, this is interesting to see. You have a lot of information from the technical side. You can learn a lot by analyzing these patterns, even if you just back test it. Kind of looking what happened in the past. It's interesting. Sometimes you have perfect patterns that could be found in books, in future books maybe, and sometimes they don't work. So you can kind of train your technical analysis instinct in order to see which are good and which are not. So what do you think about this ascending triangle kind of pattern that we have right here? Do you think this will be like the next movement confirmation, like the price will go lower, maybe to 0.35 or a little bit lower? Or do you think this was like a false pattern, and this breakout was strong enough and they were like loading more at this level of 0.48? Maybe they are doing that again, in your opinion, and we will see higher prices again. Also, remember to comment about the short sale volume indicator if you like that one, and you want us to comment that in next videos also, because we think it's interesting and we wanted to add it for you right there, so we can share with you that information also.
Let's finish the video with the indicators right here. You have the exponential moving averages, and you have a summary of all the main indicators of the most popular indicators, I would say. You can see it here below the list. So obviously 1 hour chart, we have a buy in oscillator, sell, and a strong sell in moving averages. And then we have 30 minutes the same, 15 minutes the same. So obviously a completely bearish scenario for the short term, and for the long term still bearish as well, because in the end the rally that we experienced, it was like a very, very short period of time. We're talking about weeks, but long term, medium term, and short term is bearish.
Yeah, so guys, what do you think? Will you follow the fundamental side? Will you use more the short sale volume? Will you use more the technical side from the price action, or maybe the indicators that maybe indicates contradictory things? Which is your approach? Or maybe you have a mix of all of them, or you don't follow one. We don't care. Just share it with us in the comments below. We want to learn from everybody. We want to have fun. We want to share the most incredible movements in the market, and this stock for sure has made history with that 9,000% to the upside, and maybe the movement isn't finished yet. We don't know it. We wanted to share this with you today. Thank you very much for watching. Remember to subscribe, leave your comment below, share this with your friends that trade, or maybe not if you want just them to have fun also. Thank you very much. We
See
really
you in
appreciate
the
it.
next video.
Bye bye.